You guys are watching Superskum.com. Here we are with Henrik from SONATA ARCTICA. Thank
Hello.
you so much, man, for giving us a little bit of your time. I can bug you with a few questions. Basically, from Tricky Beans in 1995 to Tricky Means to SONATA ARCTICA in 99, and here you are 13 years later, basically touring for your 7th full-length studio album, Stone Screw Her Name. And this U.S. tour, we haven't seen you here in Denver since about 2007. It was the last time.
Like that,
And just general reactions. I know the band's been touring since May, since the album came out. How's the tour been going so far, basically? And you're doing a very, if you could say, short tour this time around. Are you planning on coming back? Are there any more U.S. kind of the dates that you can announce to the fans? What's going on with this tour?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, I don't have anything more to announce at the moment, but I think we're going to try to get back here next year, but it's still open. And we have a lot of other places that we need to hit as well. So we just came back we did 4 weeks in Europe and just had a few days at home, and then we got here and we're going home for the Christmas for a few weeks, and then the tour goes on. And we're probably going to be touring with this album until next fall, I think. So there's still a lot of work to be done.
A lot of work to be done, yeah. What are the plans for the touring as far as next year?
We're doing some shows in Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Russia, UK, festivals, South America. It's a whole bunch.
There's a Japan tour, right?
Yeah,
3
Japan
days
as well.
So far
Yeah,
in February.
exactly. Yeah.
What's the South American tour shaping up to be like?
I don't know. I just got a few emails today about it, but nothing confirmed yet. But it's gonna be most of March. We're gonna spend in South America. So.
Most of March, yeah. The last one was 2010. You hit a lot of good countries over there.
Exactly.
Venezuela, Argentina, Colombia. You went to a lot of places. It was really good. As far as the new album, it's very, very, in my opinion, very cool smorgasbord of what Sonata is. Classic elements of Sonata, of course. Plenty of classic sounds, few surprises. I love the banjo, by the way. That was really cool. Give us a little bit of, an insight of what went into this album as far as the writing process and the recording process, if you can, please.
Well, I mean, I think that the past 2 albums before this one, we tried experimented with different progressive things, and with this album we had the approach that we wanted to make songs that will translate to the live setting easier, and not have to worry about so much about backing tracks and symphony orchestras and bullshit like that. So that was what we have in mind when we started to work on the music together, and I think most of the songs work really well live. So in that respect, I think we achieved what we set out to do.
How many new songs do you have incorporated in the set right now?
I think it's 7 at the moment.
7?
Yeah, so it's a lot.
And what's the rest of the set looking like?
We try to pick a little bit from the older stuff here and there, and try to have at least one song from each album. So I think that's the case at the moment. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it in a while.
Plus the classics, of
Yeah.
course. You do have a new single. The first single from the new album is called I Have a Right, and you have a very good video. It's a very unique and very powerful social protest song, if you will, because it touches on human rights, more specifically on children's rights.
Yeah.
You also have an excerpt of the United Nations Declaration of Rights of Children. It was published back in 1959. Basically, where does the inspiration came from this song?
I think, when Tony showed us the lyrics, I was like, okay. But I think, he just recently, or a year ago, became a father, so I think that has to do with why he wanted to touch on that subject. But apart from Marco, everybody else has kids, so it's, of course, a subject that is, on some level, close to our hearts. On the other hand, I don't think we want to be labeled as a political band that goes on writes a lot of this kind of stuff. But to have a song like this every once in a while is okay, I think.
Is SONATA ARCTICA basically working or sponsors any human rights organizations or any other type of organizations?
There was this one, I forgot the name of it, but we let them use the song for free. I said you could download it to your phone or something like that. It was like, I think it was called Save the Children or some organization. Yeah, they contacted us and asked if they can use it, and we said, yeah, sure. So, but that's the only thing that we're working with.
In the same kind of tone, lyrically, you or the band, I know Tony writes most of the stuff, but the Wildfire,
Yeah.
basically, was started in 2005
Yeah.
with the Reckoning Night album. And the new album, 7 years later,
Yeah.
you decided to kind of restart that fire, that wildfire,
Yeah.
with part 2 and 3. Can we expect more of the story in the future? Is that it? What's going on with
I
that
have
one?
no idea. I asked Tony, and he doesn't know himself. I mean, I think originally there was no plans of making it like a longer story, but then eventually, you know, Tony has trouble leaving some of his stories to rest, and he wants to continue them, and so we'll see what happens. But at the moment, there are 3 Wildfire songs, and I think that's enough. But you never know, you know. So it's a random thing. It might pop up, you know, in 10 years or on the next album. Who knows?
Well, and another theme that Sonata is very well known for lyrically, and I'm sorry, you know, I know you don't
That's
want to
fine.
speak for Tony, but you know,
That's
I'm
fine.
sure you are,
Yeah.
you know, in tune with what's going on at
Yeah.
least with the lyrics. Sonata has a history of a lot of very unique love songs, if you
Yeah.
will, very tumultuous, very
Yeah.
sometimes even messed up kind of. So I mean, the list goes: "Last Drop Falls," "Singing Silence," "The End of the Chapter," "Tallulah," "Letter to
Yeah,
Dana," "Blinded No More Than Say a Word." All those songs have some tumultuous love kind of theme. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, it's. I mean,
Sorry if you speak for Tony.
No,
but-
that's fine. He has a vivid imagination. I mean, if all those things would have happened to himself, he would be a really fucked up guy. You know.
That's what we were wondering. I'm like, that's
yeah,
pretty depressing.
No, it's it's. I mean, he has a tendency to write really sad love songs, but he's doing fine. Don't worry.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah. But
good to hear
yeah,
that.
I mean, most of the love songs that we have are really screwed up and seems to work somehow. But yeah, but it's fiction.
But it's fiction.
It's
That's
fiction.
it's good
At
to
least
know.
so far.
At least so far, okay. Because, you know, one thing I've always wondered who Dana was, but
Yeah.
pretty powerful song. But
Yeah.
So anyway, we want to, you know, basically leave you with this moment. If you want to say any words to your fans, any encouragement,
sure, I
any
mean-
other future news. Are you guys in writing mode? Are you guys holding up until the end of the tour in the fall? Any news? Any live releases? What's
Yeah.
going on? What's the future of the band? And then any last words for your fans?
Yeah,
as
sure.
well?
I mean, at the moment we're in the middle of touring. We just have 2 more shows to go, and then we have a short Christmas break. The whole next year will be spent on the road. Just, you know, keep looking for updates. You'll see where we're gonna play, and hopefully next fall we can go back into the studio and work on a new album. And
Anything
that's
written so
basi-
far during this tour?
No,
Just taking
it's
it easy.
impossible to
Yeah, I
work.
know. It's a lot of work. I know.
But yeah, I think by next fall we're gonna have some stuff to work on, and that's basically how our life is going to be, unless something happens. You know, you never know.
You've done this before plenty of times, so
Yeah.
you guys are pros. So, Henrik, thank you so much, man,
Thanks,
for giving
man.
us a little bit of your time.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And, you know, anything else, any last goodbye to your fans, feel free to
I'll
say.
go to bed and I'll see you on the show.
Thanks, man.
No
Appreciate
worries.
it.